Why do I have the giggles before the podcast? Welcome back to another episode of Spill the Beans. I'm your host, Steen, and I am excited for today's episode because it's a really special one. I'm going to Europe. It still doesn't even feel real. It's next year, so I have so much time to do everything and plan and prepare, and we'll get into that. I really wanted to talk about just traveling in general because I have loved to travel since I was very young. We used to go on trips when I was younger to Canada, to New York City, to Ohio, and they were obviously mostly road trips, so I hadn't really been on a plane. But I went to Florida last year for a family vacation, and it was my first year back home, my first year after moving back home, and this was like my big family trip. I've never done anything like that, and it was so much fun, and I just had the travel bug ever since. The family trip last year, again, was like the first time I was ever really on a plane. And also the year I discovered I have a fear of flying. And who knew? It is scary as hell. I can't even describe the terror I feel. I have to bring a stress ball now. I bring a stress ball. And I try to keep busy. There's games on the plane. I kind of just talk to my family. And this year I'm also bringing word searches. And downloading your games, or not your games, your shows or movies or whatever before you go. Definitely do beforehand, or at least I need to, because it's just a great distraction for me. So a recap kind of my 2023 travel. Oh my god, brain fart. What is this? August. Okay, so January I was actually supposed to go to Disney or Florida, with my mom and my aunt, my cousin, my sister. But I had recently moved or something. I had to get a new license, and I ordered it or whatever, and it didn't come in time for that plane ride. So I missed that trip. The next time I went was in June for my mother-daughter trip, which was so much fun. And then this year's family trip. I leave soon, and I have so much to do this week, and it's gonna be a lot. So I don't know when this video will be coming out, but that's coming up. And then I'm going again in September with my partner, my mom, my aunt, my cousin, and my uncle. The usual people, but this is gonna be my partner's first time going, so I'm really excited about that, and kind of like show him around and everything. And that's kind of it for 2023's travel. So not too much, not too busy, but busy enough. So that brings us to 2024 travel. I don't know exactly everywhere else I'm going besides Europe next year. I guess let's get into it. So it's a 10-day trip. It's through a company or website, whatever, and they do group travels. So it's booked as a package, and you can pick your destination, and the destinations are sometimes the same city, maybe multiple cities, multiple countries. It also depends on how long your trip is. They offer you different lengths of trips, from like 8 days, I want to say, to 36. Say like 36 days, maybe even longer. I don't know, but that trip is like $5,000. But one of the best things about this plan is that you can do payments on it. So My trip is 3,000 something dollars, and after you put down 150, and I'm gonna be making payments on that. It's not bad at all. And my trip isn't until September. It includes your meals, your stay. There's also different packages or selections for your stays. There's more details on that. There's tons of different types of websites like these, guys. If you just look up group travel packages, there's several different websites and they all pretty much work the same. And for the places I'm going to, I don't even have a passport yet. That's on my to-do list as well, which doesn't seem to be too bad. Never had a passport. First time out of the country. I need to slow down talking. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. It doesn't feel real because I've wanted to travel like this internationally out of the country for so long, and I'm doing it by myself for the first time, and it's terrifying. I am so scared, but I'm so excited as well. London, Paris, and Amsterdam. 10-day trip. London's first. I don't remember exactly what's on the itineraries. Oh, but there are free days, which is great, because the itineraries, you do obviously what your tour guide has planned for you, and your free days, let's say you found a cafe in London you want to check out, and you can just do that. Or the double decker. For London, I don't have anything in particular planned for my 3 days that I really want to do. Paris, the next one, I'm excited to eat the pastries and carb load in Paris. I love croissants too. Oh, I love croissants. They have, I guess Paris is also known for their hot chocolate. French hot chocolate, and I don't like hot chocolate, but I think I'll still try it there. On my free day in Paris, I want to check out the catacombs. I think there's a tour for that. I don't think that's like something strangers just wander in. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure. I'm hoping it's not just a cave you walk in. Like I said, eat a ton. See the tower, see it at night. I had actually seen another YouTuber's video, and you have to pay to use public restrooms in Paris. I have to pay to pee. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. It's weird. I don't know. But I do like that there are public water fountains, and I guess their water is super clean. So that's good. That I feel like you wouldn't have to carry a water bottle throughout Paris because, you know, you got fresh water right there. The last stop is the Netherlands. I'm excited about this one too, especially because I don't think it's on the itinerary. I think it's a suggestion on your free day, which is also a cool thing that they do. They'll give you suggestions in the areas that you're gonna be in. So that's really cool. The Anne Frank house is over there and in the vicinity of where the tour guide or the group is gonna be. So I'll probably do that because World War II, if you don't know, is probably my favorite time period in history to learn about, but I'm a history nerd in general. I love history, always have. So I'm really excited about that. They go through her little, I think it's called an annex. The annex that they hid during World War II. But I read that her father, Otto Frank, he didn't want people to go in the attic where they actually stayed, which totally understandable. But I just find that really cool. That kind of stuff really cool. The cafes, the coffee shops, for sure. I want to try so much coffee and so much food. That's my to-do list for all 3 countries. There's a special coffee shop in the Netherlands though, and apparently you can order a joint with your coffee. Sounds like my kind of people. Yes, Jenny. Yeah, I am so excited for this trip. I am, like I said, really scared though. When I booked the trip, my hands were shaking. My hands were shaking and I was excited and scared. I was like, you know, I have some extra money for this down payment. It was so convenient. You can choose when your first payment comes out. So I'm like, I have enough for this down payment, so I did that, and then I scheduled my first payment to come out, you know, at a time where I know I'd have some extra income as well. So it was fate. It is fate. And after I booked it, I'm not gonna lie, I started tearing up because it's a dream come true. I've been saying this is my Eat, Pray, Love trip, and if you haven't seen that movie, please go watch it. But it's such a chick flick. I'll forewarn you, it is such a chick flick, but it's so good. It's so good. And I think it was a book, actually. I'm pretty sure it was a book first. But it's just so well written. And Julia Roberts, I love her as an actress too. If you have an Eat, Pray, Love trip that you've done or that you want to do, please let me know. I would love to hear about it. I think 2024 is going to be my year, guys. I'm speaking into existence. 2024 is going to be my year, and I think I'm going to be deep into my travel bitch era. So I guess we'll wrap it up here. Thanks for hanging with me and spilling the beans. I'm your host, Steen. See you later, guys.